Alrighty, so today I want to check out the new blue Ellate, and I know that a lot of people aren't super excited about this unit, and I'm not necessarily excited about her, but I think that she's an interesting unit. Like, I don't know, they came out with the red Christmas Liz not too long ago, and she was basically only good for the time limited dungeons, which was a bit disappointing to see that she was so like locked down to a specific game mode. And it looks like they're going to be continuing to do that with certain game modes, because the new Ellate is only usable for Knighthood boss battle, which is guild boss. And if you don't know, in Knighthood or her passive is in Knighthood boss battle, increases allies defense related stats by 8% and decreases damage taken by 5% at the start of the ally's turn if allies on the battlefield have representatives from all three of the following attributes: strength, HP, and speed. Limit of 5 times. So basically she's just going to make it a little bit easier to survive, especially like as it ramps up. Not super crazy good. I was originally running Scotty on this team, but I found it a little bit counterintuitive. She is a little bit better of a damage dealer than Matrona, of course, but at the same time you want Scotty to gain debuffs so that way you can activate her passive, whereas this Ellate actually has a card that removes buffs and solidifies, and it just I wasn't able to use this card basically at all, and the fact that he puts on poison debuffs, it was kind of just like destroying my health. So we're gonna try this. This is the team that I did it with last time, except I used Scotty in the last run that I tried this with instead of Matrona, and it actually worked out pretty decently. I mean, I can't really complain. Obviously I think King does most of the tanking with just his card passive, but yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know that it's necessarily like good, but it definitely helps. It's not great, but I don't know. You can kind of you'll have to see for yourself. So let's throw out. He doesn't have any ultimate gauge, so let's throw this out. Let's put up a taunt so that way maybe, I think he's going to use 3 AoE cards if I'm not mistaken. I think this, well, it could be either one really. This one's the AoE, but he's using a debuff card, and who knows which one that's going to be. So let me throw out this to try to block a little bit of damage, and then let's just get rid of the buff removal card, because I don't think he actually puts buffs on himself at all. I know that he has a move where he like breathes on himself and solidifies, I think, but I don't know that he has that in phase 1, and if he does, he doesn't use it very often, so I'm not going to be worried about getting rid of that buff removal card. Not great pulls. We did get another king card, which is good. You basically want to keep pulling king cards for this, so that way you can actually survive, but it is what it is. So let's just go ahead and put the level 2 on for that. Throw this out. Maybe we merge that and then throw this, just to kind of get it out of hand. We can also use Elate's ultimate removal card at some point. I guess I could have waited on the Matrona taunt again and maybe use the debuff or the ult removal card. It looks like I'm going to be using an ult removal card this time. I definitely need to use a king card instead, because I don't really want these to merge, because I would rather be able to get more value out of them. So I guess potentially we can just sort of get close to ults, because if you can use your ults to finish off this phase, you want to go into the second phase with higher level cards, because he resets your ultimate gauge, and it's a bit harder to sort of like win in phase 2, because you have to build up your ults like immediately again, pretty much. So if we can start ranking up cards and sort of saving stuff for phase 2, that would be really good. You can see though, I mean, I'm patiencing a lot of this. Like, I'm not taking like any damage. Obviously the lack of damage that I'm dealing with this team specifically is, you know, pretty bad, but also just thinking about it, you this is just the team that I was messing around with. This isn't anything like super good. I wasn't trying to make like a really good team by any means here. So don't think that this is like, oh hey, like this is the team that you need to use for points or whatever, because I think in my last run, even beating it with the giant, like I'm pretty sure that my last like attack was with Scotty, and I got that challenge done. I was not able to finish like 3 of the challenges because one of them is like dealing a certain amount of damage in one move, and this team really just doesn't have the damage, to be honest, to do that. So yeah, definitely don't recommend this team specifically, but it is what it is. So let's, I guess, remove that solidify, throw this up, ult right there, and then I guess let's move it. I mean, should we though? I don't really need to purge. I kind of want to get those out of my hand though, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna kill here either. I think we're gonna get hit by an ult. I guess this is a good test. I've got a pretty decent amount of like stuff up. Okay, she actually did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Okay, very interesting. I wasn't expecting that to kill at all whatsoever. Let's throw this out, I guess. I feel like I'm not getting any use out of the solidify, which is, I guess it is what it is. Alright, so still pretty low damage, but obviously like the lower his health gets, the more of these buffs that go away. So I think once we start to maybe ramp up, it'll be okay-ish maybe. Or on turn 6 in going into 7. So I don't know, it's not the worst. I want to push damage so that way I can get this over with, but at the same time he's not able to beat my shield at all, so he's not going to put debuffs on me, which means I'm not going to get to use these cards, and I don't have any amplify units or anything, so I'm not getting use out of just putting solidify buffs on myself really, because I'm already tanking everything. I don't know, honestly. If you can, I don't think you really need Matrona besides the giant whatchamacallit, the giant challenge, like finish it with a giant sort of thing. So if you can find somebody that can deal more damage, like maybe if you use red Gother to rank up instead of red Matrona, then you can use a green damage dealer to possibly push more damage to get some of these challenges done. I don't know, it's kind of a tough call. Let's throw this up, get a little bit more damage out of that. I guess throw the taunt on, just get rid of some cards out of hand. Like, I feel like I'm just lacking damage with this team, but you can see, I mean, I guess she's doing her job. I'm tanking a lot. Like, we can, let me look at her stuff after this, because she should have full stacks at this point. I mean, definitely, because it only takes 5 turns, but did he patience on the ult, or did he just do like really, really low damage? Because that's really funny. All right, so max passive, she's at, we're getting some really high increases. What all is she increasing? Defense related stats. So 40% resistance, crit resistance, and crit defense is pretty nuts, honestly. And then what is Gother buffing right now? He attack related stats. So yeah, so 40% on those, and then on the attack related stats, so pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage, I've got 35% from him. So I mean, you're definitely like buffing your skills by a lot, which is cool, I guess. I don't know, I'm just I just need damage for this team. Oh well, I mean, it's just an interesting test more than anything. But yeah, if you have any interesting suggestions, maybe, I think I might try and take my own advice and maybe swap to red Gother and try to see if I can maybe find a better green damage dealer to help. Then yeah, I mean, I guess you technically need the giant though, so I don't know. See, this score is awful, like absolutely terrible. And you can see I'm not ever gonna be able to beat it with this team in under 8 turns. Not dealing 300,000 damage. Remove 6 debuffs from allies using skills with Purify effect. That'd be cool if he was ever actually able to beat my shield through. So maybe just not bring King. Maybe bring a blue damage dealer instead. Use the same setup but with a blue damage dealer that's not King. I don't know. You could maybe do it with like Escanor or somebody. It would definitely be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, some of you guys summoned on the banner. Maybe you pulled the character. If you're willing to upgrade the character and actually invest into her, and you want to get some interesting results, feel free to let me know what they are. But other than that, I'm not like hating on her. She's okay. She's not bad. I think for the foreseeable future, I'll probably try to use her on, you know, guild boss teams, especially for like the hell ones, because they're really tough. Pretty middle of the road. So I don't know. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.